And hello and welcome to WSA-TV. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of this fabulous show, and I'm so excited today because we have some incredible guests, and we're going to say hi to them in just a minute. I have been producing the WSA-TV show because I love bringing people closer and connected together as a social media strategist and president and co-founder of the Social Buzz Club. So let's get on with our fabulous leaders here. That includes, hey, we've got Diane. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Laura.
How are you?
I'm great. It's so good to be here. I'm calling in. It's Diane Currie Sam. I'm beabetterstory.com. I'm calling in from Vancouver, BC. And I'm a business coach and marketing coach in the area of storytelling and helping people get their core stories out. Been a new member of Women's Speakers Association, and so far loving all the connections I'm making. So thanks for having me here.
We're so glad you're here, and I want to say hi to Renee. Thanks for being here, Renee.
Hi, I am so excited to be here. I'm Renee Piane. I call myself the love designer, and I have been in the relationship and love business for over 23 years. And my website's reneepiane.com, and I love WSA. I was one of the very first members when it first started, and it has helped me to build my platform and keep fresh and meet so many amazing women from all over the world. So I'm really, really happy to be here to help all the busy, successful people find love, and I'm excited to be on your show.
We are excited to have you here with all your love work. That's great. And we've also got Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hi, Laura. This is Shelly Elsliger calling in from Pointe Claire, Quebec, Canada, and I am the owner and president of LinkedExpress.ca, a social media strategist company specializing in LinkedIn. I am also as part of the executive team on the Women's Speaker Association, as well as a premier member, and I have to say it is my one-stop shop for everything from tools to resources, collaboration, sharing, insights, and I'm just really pleased to be affiliated with so many wonderful women all around the world.
Yeah, Women's Speakers Association really brings women leaders together and help them make a bigger impact in the world, and that's why we're doing WSA-TV. In fact, I want to hear from each of you about what is the impact you're dedicated to making, what lights you up, why are you here, who do you do that for, and how do you help people do that? So, Diane, let's check in with you.
Well, I work with coaches, experts, entrepreneurs, business owners, and I'm passionate about getting their story out there in the world in a way that's really going to make an impact. I mean, I was working with a client the other day, and she was like, finally, you're helping me say what I want to say. So it's that moment that I'm really passionate about. It's just helping them get out what they want to say in the world that's in a way that's really going to promote their business.
Wow, that's so rewarding to help people really get what's in their heart that they've really wanted to share out in the world for a long time. And you give them access to that. Fabulous. Thank you for that. And
Thank you.
Renee, let's hear what you're up to and the impact you're making.
Well, I've been on a passionate quest for 23 years since I moved from the East to the West Coast. I'm in Marina Del Rey. And after, I want to help people to get real about love. A lot of people are too busy and they make work their priority, and then all of a sudden their life goes by, or they go through a relationship reinvention. So I help people go through that, and I tell all of my years of experience after running the first speed dating company in the nation. So I have hysterical stories. I have a new book, Get Real About Love, and I'm on a passionate quest to wake people up, whether they're going through a breakup, a heartache, a divorce, and they want to get back in the game of love. And I love what I do, and nothing makes me happier than having one of my clients say, oh my God, I slowed down, took a look at my heart, and took responsibility and got real. So that's what I'm here to do, to help people get real.
And I'm guessing, when people come to you with, ready to open their heart, and maybe even working with someone like a Diane if they've had some experience of like, oh, how do I express myself? There's a real connection between the two, being able to express or understand yourself and being able to attract love. I would imagine.
A lot of people think they know themselves, and oftentimes they're not sending the right signals, and they're hurt, and they're sending mixed signals. So I find a lot of busy people keep thinking that once they get something done, like myself, I was 45 when I got married, so I'm an example and a role model of a busy woman that finally has the balance between love and passion, and I've been married for 10 years, and I want to tell all those Wonder Women and busy supermen that they can have it all. They can have both.
I love it. That's great. And Shelly, how are you helping people have it all, in a sense?
Well, I work with LinkedIn, and basically many people build a profile on LinkedIn and think that that's it, and I take them through a bigger process because LinkedIn works with an algorithm, and once people discover that algorithm, they work together as partners, and I love being part of that transformation. I just did a keynote speech recently, LinkedIn and high heels, because I work a lot of the time with women, and it was basically letting them know that there's so many things that they can do with LinkedIn, and there's a place for them online.
And I would bet that if people understood their story, they'd be better, like what Diane talks about, better able to communicate that on LinkedIn. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely, because many people do the cut and paste approach thinking that it's more like a resume, and it's actually a professional story or your professional journey. And once we're able to communicate what we have and what we do and the skills we have to offer, it becomes a whole new experience, and we're more confident in our brand.
It's a beautiful thing. I love the diversity we have here today. And because we have such diversity, I think we can get some really good, meaty, juicy pieces of advice from each of you. Maybe you've prepared something to share with our viewers today. So, Diane, I really want to know, how do we bring our stories out there? What kind of tips do you have to help help people make a bigger impact?
Well, I liked what Renee said about get real to attract love, because it's get real to attract clients is what I would advise people. Be authentic, be real, spend the time to actually craft a well-written story that will attract customers, because sometimes you put the wrong story in the wrong place, it's not going to really, think it through, be strategic about it, and be emotionally impacting. And like you said, get real. I liked what Shelly said about really loving your brand and actually making a stand out in LinkedIn. And thank you. I never thought of that as a story. I thought of it as a resume. So that's insight for me, because don't put your resume out there. Tell a story authentically of who you really are. That's how you're going to attract love. That's how you're going to attract clients and really build your business. Strategic storytelling, well told.
Oh, awesome. It's a beautiful thing when we can, weave our lives together through story. We are one being, whether we're attracting clients or attracting love. So, Renee, tell us more about attracting love. What advice do you have?
Well, I have to say, I was a busy Wonder Woman, and I knew that the busyness of my life actually was the wall that stopped me from finding it, because men used to look at me like she was unattainable. So I tell busy, successful people, no matter how successful you are, it's vital to slow down, to take time for love, or you'll get a wake-up call. So I had a couple wake-up calls, my mother's death, my best friend dying, and then myself having a health issue, and it made me look how precious each moment of our life is and how important love was. And from my mother's death, I slowed down for 2 weeks and ended up finding the man of my dreams. But don't let a drama or a traumatic incident slow you down from finding love. Get a role model to guide you, to get real about what you're doing to block yourself and what imprints you could have from your past. So my work is pretty fascinating, because I've worked with over 500,000 singles, and I have thousands of love stories under my belt. And people call me all the time. They're like, I did the process. I got real with myself, and now they have extraordinary love, and I'm getting ready to go celebrate my 10-year anniversary and keep my marriage hot and spicy. So whether you're in a breakup, a shake-up, or a make-up, I help people to get real, and that I just love it. This is my ministry to a certain degree, and whatever level a person is at spiritually, I can reach them at that level. And I believe that my work is a heart-healing mission, because I think no matter how rich you are or no matter how successful you are, love, at the end of the day, when you put your head on the pillow, you're going, wow, where's where's the love, you know? And now that I have it, I love having both. And I always thought that it was once I reached a certain level of success. And most of the women on WSA, like all these women on this call, all the women that are listening, or people that are on Women's, you know, Women's Speaker Association, they always call me. They're like, oh, that touched my heart, you know. So we all are here on a mission, but we became sometimes a little too strong. So slow down, get real. That's my message.
Nice. I love it, and I can totally relate to that. And it's amazing when you do slow down what happens. So, you know, I know, Shelly, things like you're doing on LinkedIn help people to get organized so they can slow down. So what piece of advice do you have to help people make a bigger impact using their LinkedIn?
Well, unlike Renee, it's not about attracting love, but it is about attracting relationships. So my piece of advice is when approaching LinkedIn and using LinkedIn as a tool, the most important thing is to think relationships first and business after. Many people approach it with a salesy attitude or a me approach, and it just doesn't work. The most important thing is to think of others first. That's what savvy networkers do. And as a result of paying it forward and appreciating your network and giving back to your network and being kind and building solid and trustworthy relationships, you become a trusting human being, a trusting LinkedIn connection, and that's how networks are formed.
Yes, absolutely. Relationships first, get real, slow down, know your story. You know, hey, you guys are like wise women on steroids. I love it. I'm so happy we had this time here together on WSA-TV, and I want everybody to say goodbye to everyone. We'll be back with another episode real soon, and you can always find us at WSA-TV or join us at joinwsa.com. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.